Welcome to the Seller Roundtable e-commerce coaching and business strategies with Andy Arnott and Amy Wees.
Hey everyone, what's up? This is Amy Wees. Andy is taking a vacation day today, and this is the Seller Roundtable. We are on episode number 57, and today we are here with the lovely, the fabulous, the amazing Miss Michelle Barnum-Smith. Yay. And it's great to have you here, Michelle. How's your day going?
It's been a little bit crazy, I'm not going to lie, but that's the world we live in right now, right? Sometimes it's a lot crazy, sometimes it's a little bit crazy. In fact, if somebody says like it's not a crazy day, I kind of wonder like how that's possible a little bit.
Yeah, so, all of us have been home. I know you're an entrepreneur, a wife, a mom, and, us women are juggling it all right now. And so how has it been with your kids at home? How's that been going?
Well, turns out I've been living a quarantine lifestyle, even before it was popular. So, yeah, so because I've been working from home since 2012, my kids are like 4 and 6. So it's not like they've been like out, at school all day, every day. So just a little bit of adapting. Thankfully, my nanny is, she was in college and her classes were effectively canceled, So now I have her longer during the day, which has been really great. So in true, management fashion, I took like the little workbooks that the teachers, kind of like the stack of things that my kid's teacher gave her to like finish through the end of the school year. And I organized it by day and by I did time blocking. For my kindergartner, and I sent it back to the kindergarten teacher and was just like, hey, does this look good? And she's like, oh my gosh, can I send this to the other parents? So, that's just, we time block for ourselves, we time block for our kids, and it all works out really well, actually.
That's so awesome. Yes. So I guess we should get started by actually having you introduce yourself. People are like, many people have probably heard of you, but why don't you tell us a little bit about you and your story and a little bit about your background?
Yeah, absolutely. And I am so excited to get everybody up to speed if you're not already on all things chat. So I have been doing marketing for 20 years now, and started out in corporate high tech. And then in 2012, wanted to start my family and wanted more freedom and flexibility to be able to, be with my children and kind of use my brain on my terms. We'll say that. As far as monetization goes, my children still determine how I get to use my brain. I have no choice on that one. But so in 2012, I started my own marketing agency, and that had its own few kind of pivots here and there. At one point, I was a dating coach, and I taught, I live in Utah. I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints. And when you get married older, you're pretty much like this ancient person. I was 32 before I got married. And what finally got me married was that I turned my professional skills back on my personal life and worked on my branding and my targeting and my advertising. And I got married. And
so I found me a man with my marketing skills.
That's right. That is right. And I moved the product, and and so all my single friends were like, how did you do it? What did you do? And so I had this stint for a few years where I was a dating coach, and I taught people marketing skills, and we worked on branding, targeting, and advertising. So it was super fun, but there were other things that I needed to do instead, like make money, because people didn't like to pay for things they thought they could pray for, bottom line. People don't want to work. They just want to pray. Anyway, so in business, sometimes we got to pivot, guys. That's like a true entrepreneurialism.
Yes.
So, but I learned a lot of really great skills from that. And in a little bit further along the way, early in 2017, I saw my first marketing chatbot, and and just knew immediately that it was going to be the future. And it was a ManyChat chatbot. And if you guys aren't familiar with ManyChat, that's spelled ManyChat. ManyChat is this marketing platform that makes building chat bots really simple and easy. And I'm not a developer. I'm a marketer. And it just made it so accessible and so easy. And what I loved about them is that you could quickly create campaigns, and you could set up Facebook ads, and you could start getting results and optimizing those results within like hours of creation. Whereas like digital marketing funnels and all of these things, setting up websites, doing all this stuff, every other marketing channel is just like super technical and requires not just hours, but sometimes days, weeks, months of setting up before you can actually get to results. So I just loved how quick it was to optimize.
So can I ask, so you were already in marketing and you discovered ManyChat, but how did you first, like 2017, I wasn't even thinking about chatbots in 2017. I mean, there wasn't even a lot of people utilizing chat back then. So you really got into it when
I was an OG. I was
yes, you are an OG chatbot girl. So, I mean, really, to give people an idea, if they've never interacted with a chatbot, you might not even realize you're interacting with a chatbot.
Totally.
But you could go to someone's Facebook page, for example, and the little chat box will pop up, the messenger chat box, and it might ask you like, hey, how you doing? You know, do you have a question for us or something like that? Or what do you want to do? And all of that is controlled by a chatbot, right? So, and Michelle was explaining that she used the platforms. There's different platforms that you can use to create chatbots. You can integrate them on your websites, all kinds of cool things like that. But what Michelle was explaining is that, yeah, she used ManyChat as a platform to create one. But my question for you, Michelle, is what the heck had you thinking about chats and chatbots in 2017?
Well,
what were you working on?
I wasn't. I was like, I saw a Facebook ad promoting a webinar, and it said, click here and we'll message you the details. And so I experienced a chatbot as a user. And I was like, what is this sexiness? And I immediately learned everything I could about it. I mean, the reality is the time frame is that Facebook Messenger had just opened their APIs in the fall of 2016 for these platforms to develop onto Messenger. Prior to that, Messenger was a peer-to-peer platform. Like I could message you, you could message me, but my business could not message you, nor could your business message me. You know, like it was not, like businesses didn't have access to that. Prior to that, chatbots weren't even on Messenger. Like it was like customers, the origination of chatbots was customer service and the customer support, you know?
Yeah. So like if you go on a website and you can chat with somebody in customer service, like on your credit card or, you know, on your bank or anywhere, PayPal has a chatbot now. Pretty much every major website has one now.
Yeah. And that was kind of like the origination because, you know, and just so everybody knows, a chatbot really is just automated one-on-one communication. That's really what a chatbot is. So people are like, what is a chatbot? It's automated one-on-one communication, and started in the customer support realm and then expanded to these other areas, including marketing. And that's where Messenger got involved. And yeah, you can use chatbots via Messenger for customer service and those kinds of things. But one of the main benefits to using a Messenger-based chatbot is because you have the whole Facebook landscape of advertising that you can now take advantage of to build a subscriber base, to access audiences that maybe you didn't previously have access to quickly build a list, to quickly do pretty much anything, because all you have to do is set up a Facebook ad that has a Messenger objective, and you can run, you know, those ads on pretty much any Facebook platform. You know, you can use the Facebook newsfeed, you can do Instagram, you can even do WhatsApp. So
how much more effective is a Facebook ad with Messenger integrated? Like you were saying, all you have to do is set up a Facebook ad. And so many people are running Facebook ads to their e-commerce products, whether to Amazon or to their website. And, you know, they might not be, I've heard a lot, you know, well, how are you going to get somebody to leave their feed to actually go and buy your product, right? And that's the toughest part about Facebook, is you really have to have a decent discount to get them to leave their feed. But if we compare a Facebook ad, just a general Facebook ad of like, go shop now, or an offer ad, a Facebook offer ad, which is also nice because it reminds them, right? It's like, ooh, you claim this offer and you haven't used it yet. That's cool. But what's the comparison of that versus using Facebook ad with Messenger built in?
Oh, it's so much better. It's so much better because, you know, if somebody clicks on a Facebook ad and goes to Amazon, for example, Amazon does not provide any pixel data, you know, any way to know that like any traffic was sent there, and B, if any of that traffic converted, which, you know, is basic, like you don't want to just send your dollars into a black hole. So what's great about Messenger ads is not only do we know that people are clicking on it, we know those people's names. They become subscribers to your page, which is just like super sexy because it's like social media meets email marketing. And so like now not only are you providing them like an offer, you're able to follow up on that offer directly. You're able to upsell, cross-sell, you know, present new offers in the future. Like they are now, and what's even better than having like a like on your page or a follow on your Instagram is that now you can communicate with these people directly via that one-on-one, you know, communication. And that's why you get like early on, and even still to this day, you get crazy open rates, you know, like 90% open rates, 60 to 80% click-through rates, you know, like you get engagement via the platform, which is really what it's all about. And why, you know, one of the other reasons why we love all things chat marketing.
I love that. I mean, even better, of course, I use Google Ads a lot as one of my major platforms for running direct to Amazon, because even though I can't track conversions, so much of Amazon's traffic comes from Google, and there's so much intent there, you know, that, and I pay like 5 cents a click because Amazon is such a huge domain. So why not, right? But I've always kind of been turned off by Facebook ads because of that, like, oh, they got to leave their feed. I got to set up all this stuff. You know, I got to learn another platform. Right. I don't know, you know. And so I love the idea of, if they're interested, you can continue the conversation, right? Because if they're interested, you're keeping them right there on Facebook. Just Messenger is just popping up. And let's say you have a product ad or something, or you have something funny that's leading them to click or want to subscribe to your page. Now, you know, in a non-threatening way, they can engage with you without having to like, I don't want to go buy this product and go through all this. Now they can just engage with you on Messenger. And if they don't like it, they can unsubscribe, you know, but you now have them in your list. And the cool thing about that with ManyChat, using a program like ManyChat, and for those of you who have never used ManyChat, I mean, try it. Go to manychat.com and log in, and it will connect you with Facebook, and you can create a very simple bot. And then you can go to your Facebook page and you can engage with your bot, and you'll actually see, you can play it out on ManyChat as well, but you'll actually see what happens, right, when you create this bot. But you know, the whole idea of, we're low threat, we can engage with the audience. We can even do something fun like quizzes and stuff like that. And there's so many people that are afraid of getting into like blogging and content creation, that a chat is actually it's so small. It's such a small step that could be a big difference to their business. Even if we're not talking about, which I know, Michelle, you're awesome at launching and ranking, but let's just get down to the very basics of brand building and using chatbots for that, right? How many more subscribers can we engage with on our page with something simple? What kind of things have you seen people use chatbots for?
Oh gosh, like really everything. I mean, some of my first chatbots were quizzes. You know, we were running Facebook ads to like I have straight hair, even though it's curled at the moment. Like it was a curl quiz because there's like 9 different curl types, and you gotta, like, they had this curl cream type stuff that you have to style your hair differently based on your curl type. And so we created a quiz that would tell you your curl type. And then the very end of the quiz was kind of like a training video that showed somebody with your curl type and training all of these things, and then a special offer and a discount, and then would send them to, you know, landing page specific for that curl type. And it was extremely, like, it converted like crazy, increased sales by 60%. And it was just like fun and interactive. You know, people love to learn about themselves, you know, so a quiz is a super fun way to build a list with high buyer intent, because people are very interested in learning about themselves. And then, you know that they clicked on the ad, and with the quiz, it's basically like a survey where you can tag and segment your audience in all sorts of ways and get all sorts of juicy data about them. So that's just like one fun example.
I love that. You know, I'm thinking about it for my brand because I have, you know, a pet product brand. I'm focused on cats, and I'm thinking about cat people and how they love all their breeds and everything. And I'm like, maybe I can do like a what cat breed is the best cat breed for you, or, you know, that would be super fun. Like, even if for no other reason than to grow my list, or to, you know, not necessarily to present an offer, but, you know, you can do the value, then ask kind of thing. Yeah. But oh, that's such a good idea. I never even thought of that. All right, everybody, you got to get your brains going. We're going to grow our Facebook pages, and we're going to send Michelle the data and say, look, you helped me get 1,000 more likes this month.
Well, and that's significant because, like, previously, like, I would build digital marketing funnels. And one of the biggest things is like, grow your email list, do these things. And people are always like, get your first 2,000 emails. And it was this like 2-month journey to 2,000 emails. And gosh, with chatbots, you can do that in like less than a week, really, truly. And another thing that you guys should try are giveaway contests. You see this all the time on Instagram, you know, like, follow our page, follow their page, tag 5 friends, you know, like that kind of a thing. You can accomplish the same kind of concept via Chatbot and ManyChat to automate the whole giveaway process, but run Facebook ads to that, and you will generate a crap ton of subscribers.
So give me an example of, for example, for, you know, my cat brand. So I'm just going to do a free coaching call with Michelle here on this. Give me an example. For example, we have like a pet brand. I could do a giveaway. I don't have to give away my products. I could give away $100 Amazon gift card, or I could.
Well, that's where I diverge from that kind of concept, because I want to feature your products because of the buyer intent, and because like people were attracted to winning your products. Right? We don't want to like feature a cruise, especially right now, but let's say like we don't want to feature an Amazon gift card, because then it's just like, you know, they're going to get on your list because they want that cash. And then when you follow up with some sort of offer, they're going to be like, now, who are you? And how did I end up here? But let's say that you have a range of products. I don't know if you're public or open about what you sell. Are you open about what you sell?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So give me some examples of products that you sell.
Okay. So I invented a better way to clean the cat litter box called Sifties. So that's one of my big products. We could give away one of those. And maybe, you know, we have some other cat blogging friends. So, you know, we could grow the list that way, but
totally. So typically what I would recommend is that you make it a high value offer, in either in the form of, you know, if Sifties is kind of like I'm not completely familiar, but maybe it's like a scooping system with like bags and things like that, then it might be like the scoop with 6 months supply of bags. Or, you know, for my supplement sellers, you know, it would be like a 12-month supply or a 3-month supply or 6-month supply. You don't want to just give away like a bottle. That's like a $10 value.
Right. So I could add some other products to the line, you know, from my line. I could add a few products and make like a awesome, like the ultimate cat care kit.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. And I like alliteration. So very much so. Definitely do that as soon as we get off the call. So, you know, you want to feature something that's like high value, and you'll see within
give me an example.
Hours.
Yeah, give me an example of like, how would I craft that Facebook ad to get people to click on it? So I'm giving away the ultimate cat care kit, and they say, hey, we're giving this away. And so I would set it up as a messenger ad, right? Where they get to engage with me on Messenger, and I would build the bot And can you give me an example of what that would look like? How would somebody craft a giveaway contest like that where they would grow their audience and really get a lot out of it?
I wish I could just show you because I already have these as like templates, but I mean, like an easy way to do that is just, first you're going to have, how about I just give you guys a template and then you can like use it in real time. But I always like to capture people's email address as soon as they come in, because I'm all about omni-channel communication. So I'm going to ask them for the email address and then basically confirm that they are like in the contest, right? We want to make it like really seamless. And then you can, do some things like there's some new technology upgrades from Messenger that like basically were enforced starting March 4th. And so what I probably would set up is like a one-time notification topic and saying, hey, click notify me below when we announce our winners, so that way you can message them again for free, which is
getting around that paid one-time notification restriction that came out in the beginning of March, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
So the big thing is going to be like what I like to do is actually set up the winner and the loser flows so that my campaign can be auto selecting of the winners and the losers. So, because I want that kind of like constant communication. And I don't like to run like what I call manual giveaway contests where we're announcing the winner, like that kind of a thing. There's a time and a place for that. But with chatbots, you really could, if you have like a high converting contest that's constantly, you could just leave that sucker running, So what I would do is after the one-time notification request, I would set up a delay timer of like a few days. And then I would have what I call like what ManyChat has as like a randomizer, which you can split your audience and have like 1% winners and 99% are runners up, kind of a thing. And then you just have like a really attractive offer. I mean, it could just be like a typical e-commerce offer where it's like 20% off or less, type of coupon. Hey, sorry you didn't win, but here's a consolation prize, that kind of a thing. Or something that I have been experimenting with is rebate offers, because why people sign up for a free contest is because they want something for free. So let's give it to them and let's get something for us as an Amazon seller, if it's via Amazon, where you're giving them an opportunity to still get the product for free, but as a rebate, not as, just free straight out the gate.
So if they win, you're going ahead and giving them that product, sending, getting their information, shipping them the product. But if or maybe you're giving them a 100% coupon code off on Amazon or whatever to go ahead and get it themselves. And if they don't win, then you can always set up another flow where it's like, oh, you didn't win, but you are qualified for this, rebate for 80% off or whatever. And then you can still continue to engage with them. If they really loved the product, you could ask them for a review maybe.
Yeah. All of those things.
Different options. So the next question I have for you is, what about emails, right? So when we're collecting emails, for those people that are not familiar with chatbots, I know it comes so easily to you because you've been doing them for so long. But somebody might be wondering, okay, they enter their email and I get 1,000 people that come in and enter their email. What the heck? How do I get that into my email list?
Okay, well, there's a couple of things. First, ManyChat as a platform is now omni-channel, meaning that you can send messages, Facebook messages, you can send email, and you can send SMS, like text messages, directly from the platform and have it all integrated and work together. So no longer do you necessarily need a separate email platform like MailChimp or Infusionsoft or any of those kinds of things. You can really do it all from inside of the ManyChat platform, which is super sexy. Because then you can set up campaigns that are basically smart campaigns and smart broadcasts that allow you to send, kind of stagger your messaging or have conditional channel sending based on, like maybe that Messenger 24-hour window. If somebody's within that 24-hour, we want to send that message to them. But if that condition doesn't apply, then we're checking for one-time notification topics. And then if we don't have that, then we're checking for SMS information. So we can send an SMS because it has high high deliverability, high click-through rate. And then finally, if we don't have that, then we're going to send them an email, and then everybody else, we're going to tag them and send them a paid message. So you can
what Michelle is explaining for those of you who've never used ManyChat before, who've never used a messenger bot, is there's restrictions. Facebook has restrictions on how many messages you can send somebody within a 24-hour period, because they don't want Messenger to just turn into this huge spamming platform, because they want people to continue to use Messenger. And so they've placed restrictions on businesses and pages from sending too many messages. So basically, and you can get in trouble.
Sending too many promotional messages. If somebody's within 24 hours of engaging with you, Facebook's all about rewarding engagement. So if somebody, it's like if somebody, comments on your post on Facebook, then the likelihood that your content is going to show up in their newsfeed again is like super high, right? If you like a post, or you tell them whether you like the edges of a brownie or the center of a brownie, that counts as it's technically engagement bait, right? But the same thing is true inside of Messenger. Facebook is rewarding engagement. And so if somebody's engaged with your content, then within that 24 hours, you can send any kind of promotional content. But if it's outside 24 hours, then you have to get,
so if they haven't engaged with you within 24 hours, then you can't just keep sending them messages.
Right. That's when you get into, that's why ManyChat and ManyChat and Messenger are not the same thing. That's why ManyChat is such a great platform, because then you can re-engage your audience via email, via SMS, send people back to Messenger for the fulfillment of whatever offer it is that you're sending. And then of course you can also send paid messages, which is like sending a message advertisement to your list as well. So there's multiple ways you can still access your audience once you build that list, but watch. I got a YouTube video explaining how it all works together, but
we'll make sure that we get all of.
A little bit easier to see than it is to explain.
No, I think we're doing a great job. It's hard on a podcast, right? Because we want to engage. We want people thinking through these processes, but we don't want them to feel like, oh my gosh, I need to sit down and see this, because we want you to be able to take a jog, listen to the seller roundtable, and go, ooh, I'm going to go think through that and check that out when I get home.
Thanks for tuning in to part 1 of this episode. Join us every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for live Q&A and bonus content after the recording at sellerroundtable.com. Sponsored by the ultimate software tool for Amazon sales and growth, sellerseo.com and amazingathome.com.